All right. Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rakak Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace salutations unto the hopeful elect. Once again, I am the brother Yahweh. And basically, I may have some debunking news tonight, Lord willing, regarding the week-long sensation of reports coming in from Peru, where these villagers claim to have been attacked by 7 foot tall flying alien creatures that resembled the Green Goblin and all that. And so, in between, during the course of that whole week, I had already laid out. The name of the topic for tonight's show, and even already lined up in advance a couple of scriptures, which, Lord willing, I'm going to go over anyway. Regardless of this story, it is being claimed now that these were not really aliens, so-called aliens, or even evil angels sent by the Most High to attack these villagers in Peru. According to this article here, and this came out a few hours ago, it's from a website called Vanguard, by the way. And it says here, Peru's 7 foot tall flying alien attackers exposed as illegal gold miners on jetpacks. Okay? And there's even a picture here of a little girl. You see the picture right there at the center. The little girl is showing what appears to be a picture that taken on her cell phone. That appears to be one of the so-called alien attackers. All right. When I take a good look at that picture, you know what I'm saying? The 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 Android or the iPhone that the little girl is holding. It shows you a picture. All right. On the left side of the screen, all right, do you see the girl exposing a photograph of what appears to be a so-called alien, but it is not. That is clearly a human being, man. That is clearly some man dressed up, and when the villagers claim that these aliens were armored, all right, as you can see at the photograph right there, all right, the so-called alien does appear armored, but that is not a real demon nor a real alien. At the end of the day, man, it is clearly in my mind what I see is a man that dressed up in armored clothing and using a jetpack, all right, and flying around, all right, flying around in jetpacks, all right. That is what the very Peruvian government is debunking this story now, and I somehow personally can't help believing it. All right, not to say that I don't believe that these entities really exist. All right, but it is being exposed. The little girl showing the picture, a picture says 1,000 words. So you tell me if that's really a so-called alien right there. It clearly it very clearly appears to the likeness of a man dressed as a so-called alien and using a jetpack. All right, it shows you clearly right there that does not really appear to be um, an entity from another world. All right, okay, that does not look like an entity from another world to me, man. That is clearly a man. All right, it says here that these so-called 7 foot tall aliens are being exposed as illegal gold miners on jetpacks. All right. Now I'm gonna continue reading the article. Let's scroll down now. It says here below the photograph, Peruvian government's prosecutors investigating the case believe that criminal gold cartels began using jetpacks to prospect for gold deeper into the Alto Nanay jungle. Above, a local team shows an image of the jetpacks she and others witnessed during the flying, quote, alien attacks, end quote. So that is clearly the image of a man, not a so-called alien, all right, using a jetpack and, you know, whatever type of special armored suit that's able to make him fly and all that. All right, so there you go. This story, which only which only a few days ago had been debunked. Excuse me, which only a few days ago, all right, was causing a stir and then sensation around the internet and around the media, right? Now it's being debunked. Now it is being exposed as a clear hoax, man. All right. So I'm gonna keep reading the article, and Lord willing, all right, I'm still going to go over some of the scriptures that tie into this so-called alien attack thing. All right, because even if this story is now being debunked and exposed clearly as a hoax, the real alien attacks are yet to begin, man. All right, okay. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to call this topic, all right, um, 7 foot alien no Salakia Peru alien story, all right, Peru alien story debunked, all right. Well, Salakia, the spirit will get on me after production. All right. So I'm going to keep reading on. All right. Reports of 7 foot tall aliens terrorizing villagers in Peru stunned the world this week, with local leaders describing the armored and floating menaces as impervious to bullets. All right. All right. Well, that's because they have special clothing, that they may have special bullet piercing, bulletproof clothing. You understand what I'm saying? But that image right there that the little girl is showing, that is clearly a man. Once again, that is not an entity from another world. All right. Any entity from another world, and they would actually show you that, you would clearly see right away that you would go, oh shit, that is an entity from another world. Those are not the kind of vibes I'm getting by looking at this picture. All right. So I'm gonna keep reading down. All right. The locals also compared their attackers to green goblins and local Peruvian superstitions about los pelacaras, the face peelers. But now Peruvian law enforcement has offered a new suspect. Illegal gold mining crime syndicates, they said, are to blame. Branches of the storied drug cartels, like Brazil's El Primero Comando da Capital, Colombia's Clan del Golfo, FARC, and others who have ravaged Latin America for decades. Okay, I'm going to keep reading down. Peru's National Prosecutor's Office, which is now investigating the alien attacks, has pointed the finger at these gold mafias who have been partially ejected from Brazil and Colombia by their militaries. Now in Peru, these jetpack flying gold cartels hope to inspire fear with their bizarre campaign of alien terror, according to prosecutors, keeping the locals in their homes and away from the cartel's illegal gold pits. All right? All right, so this is clearly showing you where this is really going. Prosecutors suspect that these illegal mining cartels first used their jetpacks to prospect for gold deeper into the unforgiving jungles surrounding Peru's Nanay River. Members of Peru's Iquitos population are surrounded by dense jungle in rural Alto Nanay, where gold has deposited itself like silt in riverbeds along the Nanay River. Tri, uh, tri, tri, tributaries that flow into the Amazon. The Akito reporters that this summer's alien siege began on July 11th, with locals facing vicious attacks by flying 7-foot tall mysterious beings in dark colored hoods ever since. All right, so that's all I'm reading on that, man. So basically, all right, most of us, including some of the very elders of Great Millstone, all right, even the Apostle Elder Tahar did a show on this, all right, saying that entitled that the angels are have been exposed are now exposing themselves, all right, and I recall even leaving a commentary on his comment board regarding the whole matter, whether it was really aliens or not, or some kind of hoax. All right, and evidently, by reading this article, to whatever audience may see my own show tonight, it is clearly being shown that this story indeed turned out to be a hoax. All right, but that's not to say that that still ain't gonna stop the Lord from coming back and bringing real terror to these masses of people down here, along with the real deal, the real angels, which I assume gotta be even taller than these alleged 7-foot tall uh 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 burglars here. That's what they really are at the end of the day, a bunch of thieves and armored, sophisticated clothing, man. All right. Clearly, this is more a story about greed, about these cartels trying to scare away the villagers, all right, so that it would be easier for them to just keep stealing their gold and digging it up, all right, from whatever corners of their jungle this gold happens to lie in. All right, plain and simple, man. All right, so this has turned out to be a hoax. All right. Once again, there is a girl showing you a photograph of one of them so-called aliens. That is really nothing but a man. All right, I'm a jetpack. All right, and armored clothing, which is why one of the villagers says that he appears to be a bulletproof. He tried shooting at this man with that clothing. He did not go down. All right. Okay. So that to me does not really look like a real alien creature. All right. Plain and simple. But I'm still gonna come up with. I already got some scriptures lined up. So let's start with the scriptures now, Lord willing. All right, because I already had these scriptures lined up, all right, about a day or two before tonight's show, all right, and that's how intrigued and fascinated I was, by this story when it first came out earlier in the damn week, man. All right, so now Luke the 12th chapter, all right, Luke 12, and I'm gonna start reading verses 2 and 3. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. All right. So, why I chose to come up with that scripture? Well, as because you know this was a so-called alien story, right? Which apparently turned out to be a hoax. All right. And a few days before that, all right, there was a hearing in the United States Congress, all right, or Senate, okay, where these top military officials, whatever they really were, they claim to have, now they're claiming to have so-called alien evidence. All right. But the truth is that Esau has been trying to cover up, okay? He's been trying to cover up the real truth behind these so-called alien visitors for many years now, man. Okay? For many years, the so-called white man has tried covering this up, just like he's tried covering a whole bunch of other stuff, all right, regarding the true identity of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and that is y'all being the lost tribes of Israel, Yasha'Allah, the real Jews. The real Jews are black. The real Israelites are people of color in the Bible, all right? And and this white man, beginning with his elites, they know that. So they've been trying to hide all this truth concerning you people for many years. All right. And he hides a whole bunch of other stuff, man. But it's being said here, all right, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, nor hid that shall not be known. Verse 3. Therefore, whatsoever you have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. All right. So hey, whatever this so-called white man has been trying to keep a lid on all these years, it's now coming up. Everything about him is now coming up. It's now come out, and it's now known about him and his secret societies. All right, it is now known about him and who really runs and controls this world. For those of you that may think that your so-called president of these so-called United States of America really has a say or power in everything, at the end of the day, he's just a puppet, man. All right, and it's really Rothschild and Company. All right, the Rothschilds, Rockefeller. All right, the banking elite. All right, those are the ones that have to say and everything. All right, that this country does and say, man. All right, they're the ones that run and control everything, not only in America but around the world. All these other so-called world leaders are themselves puppets, man. They do the bidding and will of the banking elite, plain and simple. All right? That's why the scripture says what it says here. Everything that Esau has tried to hide, he's tried to hide the real fact that these so-called UFOs are really the chariots mentioned in the in the Holy Scriptures, in the Bible. All right, which clearly explains why uh, one of the slaves, all right, a slave that apparently witnessed a so-called UFO way back in the way back in the slaving days, all right. This so-called Negro began to sing this very famous song, "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming forth to carry me home." You see that? All right. That there were no airplanes nor helicopters, but back in the slave era. So the slave, well, when they were out there in the field, they saw the so-called unidentified flying object, all right, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, as they are now being called. They were able to witness these things out there in the dead of the night, all right, on the damn plantation, and that's how this song came to be about, man. Okay, and he used the word chariot, so that is the real name of these otherworldly vehicles, not really UFOs nor UAP. All right. And the so-called white man has been trying to hide all of this under a rug, hide his crimes, all the atrocities he has committed, and all these other things that could prove very valuable evidence. All right? He's been trying to hide under a rug all these years, man. Now it's coming out to a point where he has to try and make up his own narrative because he has nothing else better to do or what to say, man. All right? But plain and simple. Now, let's go to the book of Luke again, this time the 8th chapter. All right, that would serve as precept to what I just read, right? Luke 8, all right? And Luke 8, the 17th verse. All right? And what does that say? All right? For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Okay, so whatever this so-called white man has been trying to hide all these years is coming out now. It's coming out, and even if there's some things yet that not everybody really knows about, all right. Let's say the death of somebody, the mysterious the mysterious death of so and so, what really happened, You understand what I'm saying? He's been cleverly trying to, you know, trying to keep that under a rug. But the scripture here is saying, for nothing that is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All right. So in these last days, everything is going to be known, man. Okay, plain and simple. The truth about this country, about this world, and the way it's being run, and who are the devils, the wicked that's ruling, are being revealed, man. The wicked is being revealed in these last days, as foretold by the apostle Paul, if I'm not mistaken. All right, in the book of Thessalonians, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the wicked is being revealed more and more, day by day, man. Okay, his society is falling apart, and he knows that. Only he ain't telling you all that. All right. Okay, that's why the scripture says what it says here. All right. Now I'm gonna go Salakia. I got just a few more scriptures lined up concerning this topic. Um, let's see if I can find Sirach here. All right, Sirach. That would be Ecclesiasticus. All right, the 39th chapter. Right. Okay. Let's just see if we can find Sirach. All right. Okay. Apparently not. All right. All right. Let's do this here. I already read this article and showed you the picture regarding this here so-called alien story. Let's go to Google real quick. All right. I'm gonna try, Lord willing, and find Sirach, and because sometimes you know Blue Letter Bible, they don't show much of the apocrypha there, or they make it hard to find whatever. All right. Okay, so I'm on Google Images, but that ain't really what I'm looking for. So hold up. All right. So Rock 39, all right, and 28. All right. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. And I'll only read this verse. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right. Now, I was going to read more of this scripture had the so-called alien story in Peru had really been authentic, but apparently it's been proven a falsehood. But that does not mean to say that the Lord would still create, these so-called aliens, these gold miners, as they have been revealed to be. All right, the Lord has still put the Spirit on them. All right, to dress up as so-called aliens and basically make life a nightmare to the Peruvian villagers out there, man. Why would the Lord do that? All right, because the Lord is mad with His people right now. He is mad with almost the entire nation of Israel, because at the end of the day, the nation of Israel is really a sinful people, man. All right, a people of sin, of a people of committing adultery and all other kind of transgressions. All right, that's why the Lord is only coming back for only 1/3 of these people, the chosen elect, the real chosen elect. All right, 144,000 that's mentioned in the book of Revelation. All right, he's not coming to this earth to save everybody, and he's not coming to save every last one of you Negroes or Puerto Ricans or Colombians or Peruvians, man, or Mexicans or Native Americans. He's only coming back to deliver only 1/3 of y'all. The rest of y'all, the 2/3, you're going to perish out here, man. All right, plain and simple. Not saith me. So saith the book of Zechariah, if I'm not mistaken. All right, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, man. All right. So these spirits that are created for vengeance, whether they are newly created creatures, or the Lord puts it in the minds of men to do the things that they're doing out there in Peru. All right, and make him a hard time for them Peruvians down there, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, much of them people down there, they're not exactly very nice people either. I just said what I said, right? But that's why they're being a so-called attacked. All right, whether by real aliens or not. In this case, gold miners that dressed up as so-called aliens, right? That's why the Lord does this in a variety of ways. In a variety of ways. All right. So now, all right, let's go back to Blue Letter Bible now. All right. Okay. I'm going to finish off with the book of Isaiah. All right. I'm going to read the 47th chapter. All right. And the 8th verse, I think. All right. Okay. So basically, I think overall the topic of this show should be, all right, uh, A Peruvian alien story debunked, but the Lord is still coming back. I mean, I have no better name nor title for this. All right, I had an original title when I thought that the story was when I found the story to be more intriguing. All right, and more mysterious only a week ago. All right, and you know I would have read a couple of even more scriptures had not this story been debunked like it is now. All right, but I'm still going to read part of Isaiah for 47, and then Lord willing I'll end it with Isaiah 66. All right, the real alien attack is still yet to come. All right. The Lord is coming back, man. So I'm going to start reading here, man. All right. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, all daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. All right, so I just read part of that earlier. It could serve as precept. All right, I started with the book of Luke. All right, that whatever this white man has been trying to hide over the years is now being exposed. He himself is being exposed. All right, his corrupt government, his corrupt system. All right, his tyrannical plans for a so-called new world order. All of that is being exposed, man. That's why it says, "Thy shame shall be seen." Now here comes the nitty-gritty part. These are the words of the Most High Himself, the Lord Himself, man. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Okay, so hey, the Lord is making it plain right there. Okay, so while these so-called 7-foot aliens turned out to be nothing but men and tall-looking armored dresses, right? The Lord, hey, the Lord is bad, man. Okay, he certainly is coming back. Hey, the way he's coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like he coming back with that angelic force, that real extraterrestrial power. All right, and on top of that, he's gonna give his chosen men in that day extraterrestrial power, man. Them spiritual powers, man. Once they get beamed up them ships, how you like them apples, man? All right. So I will not meet thee as a man. The Lord is not going to meet Esau nor the governments of this world as a regular man. All right. Now let's end it with Isaiah 66 and 16. All right. I might read a few more verses off of that. All right, so the Lord, hey, hey, the Lord is still coming back, man. He's coming back to real, he's coming to really kick ass, man, and in a very big, dramatic, and even terrifying way. All right, Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. His chariots and an army of so-called UFOs, so you can understand they're going to be covering up the whole sky, all right? And the one spaceship that the Lord himself is coming in, Or he's even going to be standing on top of that, man. How more dramatic can you get? All right, that spaceship alone is going to be the size of a damn mountain, so you can understand. And people are going to be, people see that in that day, man. They're literally going to be pissing and shitting on their pants. All right, and not knowing what to do, man. All right. That's why another scripture in Isaiah says, all right, if I'm not mistaken, all right, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Okay, so all pride is gonna be flushed down the toilet in that day, man. Ain't gonna be no proud, lofty looks. Everybody's gonna be too busy screaming, too busy yelling, too busy trying to run for cover. All right, where you gonna run into, man? Where you gonna hide into? You can run, but you can't hide. All right. So behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, just like you've seen in some of these movies, like Independence Day. That was the main one right there. A lot of people, especially them so-called white people, them crackers, them Edomites, they were shaken up when that damn movie first came out. They were scared to death, man, because deep down inside their hearts, they know that that's going to be their future judgment. Judgment! All right? Judgment! Okay? Their future judgment, y'all, is right around the corner. All right? To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right? So if some of y'all thought that little thing that happened in Maui, Hawaii was really something, and then the way it was, that little Hawaiian paradise down there, all right, it got it got destroyed, man. All right, it got reduced to rubble. All right, imagine when the whole continent, the whole U.S. of A. is covered with fire, man. A great lake of fire upon the Lord's return. All right, the fire not only coming from the laser beams of them so-called UFOs, but also the fire from that nuclear wind, all right, that Oppenheimer blast that's coming this way once them nuclear missiles get fired, man, in World War III. All right, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right? And the slain of the Lord, man. Many people, many dead bodies. All right? Many pieces of human flesh laying everywhere, man. Picture that for yourself. All right? That's how the Lord is coming back, man. All right? The Lord is a man of war. All right? Exodus 15 and 3, if I'm not mistaken. All right? The Lord is a man of war. He is the king of terrors. All right? And he's not playing, man. The slain of the Lord shall be many. For those of you that claim that so-called God, so-called Jesus is just love, love, love. Oh, I love Jesus. I love my Jesus. Jesus is all love. Jesus wouldn't hurt nobody. Jesus wouldn't kill nobody. God is all love. Jesus, I love my Jesus. Yeah, well, according to this scripture here, that ain't really no sweet Jesus, all right? That ain't no really sweet. As a matter of fact, All right, I don't have to get the scripture. I know it by heart. And so-called Jesus himself, Yahweh said in the book of Matthew, all right, Matthew 10 and 34, he said, these are his very words now. Think not that I came to earth to send peace. Think not that I came to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. I came not to send peace, but a sword. That's right. Your so called Jesus said that, and not white man Jesus either. All right? Black man Jesus. All right? So called black man Jesus. And at the end of the day, that is not his real biblical name. It is Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh Shai. That's his real name in the Lashawan Kadash Hebrew. All right? That's his real name, man. And the Father's name is Yahweh. Okay? So, and the slave of the Lord shall be many, man. Hey, you can't get any more deeper than that. All right? Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. All right? So I'm going to end it right there. All right?